Hey folks, this is Bill from Little White Dory, and just kind of coming out into the backyard here and going to do a little garden assessment. Posted a video the other day. It was just a walk around, a little creative thing, but I just thought I'd come back. I did some chopping away at some plants, and I just figured, I don't know, let me see. Maybe I can come out here and come up with a plan. So let me flip this around. All right. So we got Gumbo digging back here, as usual. We move this igloo around just to see what's happening. Got a camera set up here because he barks at night, and I'm trying to figure out if there's something that's traveling through the backyard at night, maybe like a possum or a raccoon along the top of the fence or something. I don't know. So we just decided that I'd open up in the back section here. We cut back all of the grapes all the way back. Oops. All the way along here. So now these girls will have much more sunshine. They'll have a chance to go through the leaves and do what they want. Make a little, what is it, spanakopita? I forget. I can't think of it. No, I can't think of it. What do you call the grape leaves in Greek food? I can't think of it. Anyway, they like the grapes, they like the grape leaves, and you can see they're kind of just doing the mosey, poking through and picking at things and checking out the destruction that I created. So anyway, we're basically trying to containerize or compartmentalize and this back section in here has been open to the chickens now, but it's been so overgrown that it's been kind of like a jungle, which they like, so that's not a problem. But I want to open it up and clear it out. This whole back area in here, if I run a line across and down, this whole back section I filled with gladiolas, and that it was pretty and all that, but yeah, it didn't work. Didn't like it. I'd rather have the space for something else. So these are two 16 by 4 box gardens. They're not raised. They're just cutouts on the ground and then filled, and then things settle. But it just defines the garden, I guess. I think I'm going to take this bed, these two beds, or this one and this one, whatever. Make these two my tomatoes, exclusively tomatoes. And then across and along here, just do cucumbers. Inside and below, I'm going to stick my head over here. Well, I'll back up for 1 second. Between this T-post and this one, I have just a temporary fence. I can open that up, and then this makes this whole area much more accessible. But this bed was a garlic bed. I never did anything with it. But you can see it's kind of goofy, but there's a volunteer tomato plant that just literally took over that entire, or half of that bed. So that's 8 feet by 8. I think that one's 6 by 16. So 6 by 8 is just one plant. Lots of tomatoes. I planted them late, but I did get some cucumbers growing along this bed, and I'm going to keep this now next year for cucumbers. I have, you can see it, there's 2 rows of cattle panel here wrapping it. So there's going to be some structure to that. And maybe I'll put something else that climbs, but probably cucumbers. Here you can kind of see the, step back, you can see the lines for the wooden fence beds. And in between I've used wood chips, and I'll get more wood chips and I'll dump them in the chicken coop and in the alleys, or whatever, the pathways rather. My compost pile that's back here is not at its limits, but it's just a little unruly. I'd like to just eliminate that, consolidate that. In the back here where I had sod thrown down, it's kind of raised it up quite a bit. So I'd like to, in the corner there, maybe try to build it up a little bit. And then this compost pile is a cattle panel, 16 feet round. Or, yeah, 16 feet round, I guess. And the first year it was set up, someone who I had doing yard work didn't cut the wooden branches small enough, so they kind of hung up, and there's a lot of air in there. It's going to take a while for that to collapse down. So it's sort of a lost cause, but I'll leave it, and we'll see how much I can throw on top. I'm just noticing my vines growing out of it into the neighbor's tree. We'll have to do something about that. I also noticed that there was the grapevines had really choked the lilac over there, so I have to keep my eye on that. As I'm standing here, I had somebody ask me if I still have peppers. Let's see if I can zoom in enough and show you that I do. There they are. I have some hot peppers in here too. I don't see them. They turn red, but I don't know where exactly they are. But there's peppers and tomatoes. Lots of these, let me see. Oops, that one's split. Let me find my dog's gonna probably eat it. And another one that's split. Yeah. Gumbo. Gumbo. No tomatoes in the gumbo. Sun golds, kind of cool. A little tasty, kind of sweet. They're getting smaller. There's another one that's not popped yet. There's still cucumbers in here. I haven't looked through this one today, but I remembered seeing. There we go. You can see they're coming still. I'll leave that one for a few more days. But you know, when I come in here and I see these tomatoes, I just kind of like just grab them and eat them as I'm walking. My tummy has been definitely reflecting that I'm eating a lot of tomatoes lately. You can see there's tons of tomatoes here. You know, there's no shortage of them. They're just kind of, a lot of them are just green. And here's some more big ones. Probably gonna step in dog poop, but hey, off of the video. This is another cucumber. More of the sun golds. That was not an intended amount of sun golds. Cranky. Maybe this will make him happy. He's not going to complain. Okay, let me flip this around again. Okay, just a quick walk around to the front of the house. I'm going to start closing up shop. It's been long enough. It's about 5 o'clock, and I had a bunch of sales today, which is, I'm cool. I'm happy about that. Maybe tomorrow will be a little nicer. I'll get a final day or last day sale, something like that. Hopefully gonna keep the dog. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll. Oh no, I gotta get the car out. So I gotta move my wagons to get the car. Hey, he doesn't usually try to come out. That's funny. All right, let me flip this around again. I'm just gonna show you the state of the cart. Okay, so as I walk down, you can see all the sunflowers that are peeking their heads out over the top here. Got some bumblebees doing their bumblebee thing. And yeah, these are all, they'll work out for cut flowers if I can get people to show up over the next several days. These are just some, I think they're called illumination, pink illumination. But they're worth cutting, putting them in little vases. Oh, well, this is all the casualties of squirrels here. The tops of these have all chopped off, but then I noticed, oh look, something's growing. So maybe they'll have more heads before the season's over. I know why there's all these flies here. A little parsley. Everything is out on a donation basis. You just give whatever you want, take as much as you want. It's like every one of these has got a little bumblebee sitting inside here, moping around. Not everyone, but enough of them. Some people have never been stung by a bee. Cilantro, rosemary, parsley, pink celery, something else. Basil, rosemary, sage, some other stuff, some more pink parsley, sunflowers and stuff. These are just ones I had potted up. They're just kind of, you know, I mean, just a kind of happy flower that if you want to give me $1, I'll be happy. And lots of cucumbers, tons of cucumbers, no shortage of them. I got to get to the bottom and make sure there's nothing rotting down here. But I don't think there were. There's one that's a little on the, I don't know, the rubbery side. Yeah, that one too. All right, well, we'll take care of that later. Still got garlic. Oh, looks like somebody was checking out tomatoes and then changed their mind. I don't know what that was about. Oh well, just put those back over there. Some people are very particular. They want their perfect, tomatoes. These ones back here, I don't know. Maybe somebody can tell me, what does it mean when you get these little spots? I'm thinking it's late in the season, the plant's tired. This is one that's really bad. That one's just got to get thrown out. Let's come out in the sun. Maybe you can see them. Just these little spots. If I peel that off, or I break it open, this will probably be very, very much so not a bad piece of tomato. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. It's sort of, the skin is breaking easily. So I break it in, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the inside of the tomato. All right, so somewhere on the skin, it's getting, I think, a deficiency. My guess is calcium, I don't know. And hold on, let me taste it. I've tasted them before and they tasted fine. Yeah, totally not a bad tomato. Good cooking tomato. Now that my hand is covered in tomato juice. And you can see we got the signage is out. You know where your food comes from. Grow your own food. All tomatoes are heirloom organic. I also have sage, mint, rosemary, and eggs occasionally. I own a homestead. All our vegetables are grown right here in our backyard gardens. Fresh garlic, tomatoes, sunflowers. I cut flowers from the garden and just leave them here for little bouquets. Again, just $1 or $2, whatever. Dollar store vases, no big deal. Sometimes I get a little bunch of sunflowers and make a little place like that. It's just a cute little vase, cute little setup. And let's see, I'll back up. You get the idea. Kind of not a very blatantly obvious what it is. Over here we've got a sign that says sunflowers, cut flowers, garlic and cucumbers. And then over here, garden fresh veggies. Maybe I should do this every other hour. There we go. I don't know, my artwork isn't the greatest. And then these signs here, I just have 2 of these that say plant sale. Kind of see. That's it. These are kind of tired. In fact, I guess I'm going to clean these up as soon as I put this down. And let's see. That's it. That's the little veggie wagon. That's the big veggie wagon. And this thing is a big, huge International Harvester hay wagon. This is 12 feet long by 6 feet wide. And it can be made 18 to 20 feet long, depending on how you build on it. Had I known, I should have built it a little longer. I should have made it 16 feet. Alrighty, folks. That's about it. I'll come over here and show you a little interesting flower. I don't know if you can see the color, but no, that's not. Yeah, that's helping a little bit. It's blue. Here's one that's open. Let's see if I can see it a little better here. Can you see the color in there? It's like a purplish blue. Really kind of neat. It's an African blue disc daisy, or blue disc African daisy. Call it what you want. Alrighty, that's about it. I'll leave you right here. Have a good one.